So, following on from my video about cleaning and restoring leather boots using saddle soap and leather balm, I got lots and lots of questions about the same process for suede boots. Can you do the same thing? Can you use saddle soap on suede? Can you use Renovateur? So, really quick answer to that first question is, can you use saddle soap and Renovateur leather balm on suede boots? No. Please don't. You need specific equipment and products for looking after suede. Where leather is waterproof and very tough, very robust, and can withstand a lot of rough treatment, suede is a bit more, you need to be a bit more gentle with suede. I'm going to show you 3 different methods today. The first 2 are dry products, and the third is a suede shampoo. Again, it's from Saphir. I use a couple of Saphir products before. Excellent on suede, specifically designed for suede. This is also the sequence I would use, unless you know specifically what the stain is and you know that you're going to need. So if it's, say, red wine or pizza sauce or something or tomato, it's something that's soaked in and needs a good wash, that's not going to lift off with a dry cleaner, then go for the shampoo. But 9 times out of 10, the dry options will be better. So let's get started. I'm going to use shoe trees again. As you can see, this is quite an old boot and has the creases in the toe. So the shoe tree is great for poking out, pressing out the creases. Makes a much better base to work with. Now, people are asking why this type of shoe tree, why cedar shoe tree? Cedar is an excellent wood to use because it absorbs moisture. So if you put your shoe trees into your shoes after you've worn them, it's going to absorb the moisture from them and keep the leather nice and dry without drying it out. Now I'm going to use just one to begin with. So this is my suede brush. It's got a rubber bristle on one side and metal, very coarse bristle on the other. You start off with the rubber side, and I'm going to work on specific marks, trying to go in the same direction, and you'll be able to see very quickly that a lot of these marks, these surface marks, will come off just with the first pass with the rubber side of the brush. You'll also see around the top of the boot, this is where the trouser, the bottom of the jeans, has rubbed against the suede and has gone shiny. We can work on that in a second. And again, you work on that with the coarse side. Don't worry, when you start using the suede brush, don't worry that it seems to scratch the suede. Suede's not as delicate as it may at first seem. And what this is doing is restoring the nap of the suede. And there we go, already really effective. Switch back to the rubber side. So basically what you're going to do is, as you go around the shoe, you're going to look, because each mark, each bit of damage, if you like, will be different. Some will be rubbing damage that's flattened it and made it shiny. Others will be, you might have scuffed it against a curb. You might have spilt some food or drink on it or something. So each bit is going to be different. So it's not a one size fits all. With the saddle soap on the leather boots, it's very much a one size fits all. You're washing it, you're cleaning it, you're conditioning it, and it's the same thing applies to the whole boot. With suede, it's different. So that, as you can see, has brought it up very nicely. So what I'm going to do, and if you compare it to the other one, it's already made a massive difference to the front of the shoe. And we're going to do that all over the shoe. So I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to move to this. This is the Timberland's own dry cleaning kit, and it consists of a thing that looks like a nail brush. That's another suede brush. It's in between these two, so it's more coarse than the rubber side of that, and it's not as coarse as the metal side of the suede brush. So it's a nice halfway house to use. It's also a bigger brush, so when you can cover a lot more boot in each stroke, and it's really good for finishing off the boot. The other thing is the suede eraser, and so for marks, specific marks on the boot, you literally, it's like you're rubbing out your pencil marks from your homework. You rub it off, and again, it's very effective, and you don't need to get the boots wet. And again, once you've done that, you can go back to the brush. But I'm going to carry on with this, the metal side of that, because I'm going to work on these marks around the boot. Switching back to the Timberland brush. So there you can see the effect of just the dry brush on the boot. It's removed all the marks, all the stains, and to be fair, they weren't in a terrible condition. But what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use the Omnidaim shampoo and show you how to use that. Again, it will help with these creases in the boot as well, and sort of restore some of that life to the boot as well. So it's quite an expensive product, so it's quite sparing with it. You don't need a lot. In the box with that, you get this, again, a little applicator brush, and we're going to use about, sometimes you can have a 1-to-1 ratio with the shampoo and water. I use a 1-to-2 typically. It depends. If it's a heavily soiled boot, I might use 1-to-1, but typically 1-to-2 is about right. So just a dash of that. You can always add more later on. And the water, as I say, about 1-to-2 as a ratio. Mix it all together. And again, just starting at the toe. We're using the brush not just to apply it, but also to work it into the suede and remove any surface marks that you've got on the suede. Now, I should say that this is for the sake of the demonstration. I wouldn't normally do two boots with different techniques, different methods. You will see that the different products and the different methods will darken or lighten the suede in different ways. So the two will probably end up different colours. So obviously when you're doing it for yourself, whatever method you're using, you do the same method for both boots and all over, so you get a uniform finish. This has a strong likelihood of making the boots end up different colours, but it's just to show you the different techniques. Right, so that's that. Dab it off. So you're wiping off the excess suede shampoo. That'll take off any surface dirt that's been loosened by the shampoo. So I'm now going to leave this one to dry to see what effect that has had. You don't get the full effect of the shampoo until it's dried out, so we'll come back in a little while and see what it's like. Then we'll work on it with other products and techniques. So that's been given about an hour to dry, and it's nice and dry now, so that's fine. We can carry on. As you can see, it's removed a lot of the marks that were on, but it's still not the same as that. Now, some people like to leave the boots like this with these marks, because as the suede ages, it creates this kind of patina to the suede. Others prefer it to be like that, smooth and with the nap restored. Now that is entirely personal preference. There's no right or wrong to it. There is a sort of a charm to an aged suede like that. So as I say, there's no particular right or wrong to it. However, if you want to, once you've given it a wash with the suede cleaner, we're then going to go with the suede brush. And again, just use it on the rubber side, to work on any surface marks. There aren't really that many marks to go. It's more about the nap now. Again, we're going to go with the metal side of the brush, the coarse side, and just give it a once over. People also ask, how often should you clean your boots? Well, I'm sorry to give a non-answer to that, but it's obviously it's as often as you need to restore them, as often as you need to get the dirt off them, get the marks off them. If you didn't wear them for a year, I would say just leave them as they are. You don't need to. You only need to clean them if you're wearing them. So it's really just as often as you need to keep looking fresh. Again, just work on the toe. And I'm going to go back to my less coarse Timberland brush. As you can see, I'm not being particularly gentle with it as such, even though suede is a lot less forgiving than leather. When it comes to the brushing and the treatment of it, you can be quite robust. So I hope you'll agree that they've turned out really nicely. That's just from a very cursory brush with the suede brush. As I say, it does depend on the exact nature of the marks that are on them. You will notice also in some cases there's actual damage to the suede where it might have been, where there might be a nick out of the suede. For things like that, you will need to use a fine sandpaper, and if you sand it down with a sandpaper to get rid of the fine marks, cracks, scratches, that's okay, and then you can work on it again with the suede brush. But let me know if you've tried this. Let me know. I do have one tip for you. If you are new to this and you're not confident about going straight in with your expensive suede shoes or boots, and you want to practice, you can get an old pair of slippers. Suede slippers are a great practice subject to work on, and you know, it's something that cost £10 when they were new is a lot less. There's a lot less risk involved, and it will just give you that confidence to go with other products. Once you get used to how the suede reacts, how the nubuck reacts to being brushed and to being the eraser and the dry brush, the dry kit and so on, then you get more confidence to go for your boots. So you know, you don't have to go straight in with your expensive shoes or boots. You can practice on something that's older and less important. Anyway, if you like this sort of thing, let me know what you want to see next. I've got loads of pairs of shoes to go at, so I'm going to do a few of these videos with different styles of boots. If you have any specific questions about leather or suede boot care, then fire away. Let me know. I'm by no means an expert. I'm not a cobbler or a shoe repairer. I'm just somebody who has a lot of shoes. So I will do my best to answer, and if you like this sort of thing, follow along, and until next time, take care. I'll see you very soon.